Welcome everyone! Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Japanese backlinks and their role in SEO.
Absolutely, Japanese backlinks are a hot topic. There's a lot of curiosity about how they work and whether they're really different from backlinks in other markets.
That's right, many people wonder, is there something unique about Japanese backlinks compared to, say, English language ones?
From what I've seen, the fundamentals are similar, but the nuances in language, site culture, and even user behavior can make a big difference.
So, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a backlink, and why should we care about them in the Japanese context?
A backlink is simply a link from one website to another. In SEO, they're like votes of confidence. In Japan, backlinks are still a big ranking factor, but quality is even more important due to stricter algorithms.
I've heard that Japanese search engines, especially Google Japan, are getting better at filtering out low-quality links. Is that true?
Yes, that's correct. Google Japan is quite rigorous. Spammy or irrelevant backlinks can hurt more than help. The focus is on natural, relevant links from trustworthy sites.
So no more buying thousands of links from random directories?
Exactly. Not that it ever really worked well, but in Japan, such tactics can backfire quickly.
I remember someone comparing low-quality backlinks to instant noodles, quick but not nutritious.
That's a great analogy. Instant noodles might fill you up fast, but real growth comes from a balanced diet. Think of high-quality, relevant links as a gourmet meal for your site.
Speaking of quality, what makes a Japanese backlink high quality?
Several factors. The authority of the linking site, its relevance to your niche, the natural placement of the link, and even the anchor text used.
Is anchor text strategy different in Japanese SEO?
It can be. Over-optimized anchor text in Japanese is flagged just as quickly as in English. Mixing branded, generic, and long-tail anchors is the way to go.
How about the source of the link? Are there popular types of sites used for backlinks in Japan?
Yes, blogs are huge in Japan. Think Amoeba, LiveDoor, and Hatina. Also, Japanese forums and Q&A sites like OKWave or Yahoo, Chiebukuro are common sources.
Interesting. Do Japanese companies usually focus on domestic backlinks, or do they also seek international ones?
Domestic backlinks tend to be more valuable for ranking in Japan, especially if the content in site are in Japanese. International links have some value, but they're not as impactful.
That makes sense. I guess the language of the linking page is key, right?
Exactly. A Japanese language backlink signals relevance to search engines for users in Japan.
Are there any myths about Japanese backlinks that you've come across?
Oh, plenty. One big myth is that you need hundreds or thousands of backlinks to rank. In reality, a handful of quality links can outperform a mountain of spammy ones.
Another myth is probably that all backlinks help equally.
Yes, and that's just not true. Some links are like gold, others like fool's gold.
Can you share an example of a successful Japanese backlink strategy?
Sure. I worked with a travel site targeting Japan. Instead of mass link building, we focused on getting featured in reputable local blogs and news sites. Rankings improved steadily.
That sounds like a more sustainable approach. Was there a secret to getting those features?
We offered value: guest posts, expert insights, or unique data. Building relationships with site owners was key.
So networking is as important online as it is offline?
Absolutely. In Japan, trust and relationships matter a lot, even in the digital space.
Let's talk about mistakes. What are some common errors people make with Japanese backlinks?
One mistake is ignoring cultural context. Using Western outreach templates or irrelevant content can turn Japanese site owners off.
I can imagine. Japanese business culture values politeness and relevance, right?
Exactly. A personalized, respectful approach works much better.
What about technical mistakes?
Not paying attention to site language tags or linking from sites that aren't indexed in Japan can limit effectiveness.
How important is local hosting for Japanese sites?
It helps, especially for local SEO. Japanese hosted sites tend to rank better in Japanese searches.
So if I have a site in English hosted in the US, getting a Japanese backlink won't help as much?
The impact is lower. For best results, your site should be in Japanese, hosted locally, and optimized for Japanese users.
That's a lot to consider. Are there any shortcut tactics that still work?
Honestly, most shortcuts are risky. Guest posting, if done genuinely, can work, but avoid anything that looks like link schemes.
What about press releases?
They can be effective if picked up by Japanese media, but don't expect magic from mass distributions.
How about social media links?
Social signals are useful for exposure, but rarely count as strong backlinks.
So, if someone is just starting, what's the first step to building Japanese backlinks?
Start by researching your niche. Find popular blogs, forums, or local directories. Engage genuinely, offer value, and build relationships first.
Sounds like a long game.
It is, but it pays off. Think of it like growing a bonsai, slow, careful, and rewarding in the end.
I love that image. Now, are there any tools you'd recommend for tracking Japanese backlinks?
Ahrefs and SEMrush work well, but sometimes local tools like Majestic Japan or even Google Search Console give more nuanced results.
Any tips for analyzing competitors' backlinks in Japan?
Look for patterns. Where are they getting links? Which anchors are they using? Are there partnerships or guest posts you can replicate?
For outreach, is it better to write in Japanese or English?
Always Japanese. Even if your Japanese isn't perfect, the effort is appreciated.
What if my Japanese is really basic?
Use professional translation or partner with a native speaker. Avoid automated translations. They can be awkward or even offensive.
That's solid advice. Are there any industries in Japan where backlinks are especially important?
E-commerce, travel, and technology sectors are very competitive. Backlinks can make a significant difference there.
How about local businesses?
Local backlinks from community sites, chambers of commerce, or city guides are gold for local SEO.
I've heard that .jp domains carry extra weight. Is that true?
Generally, yes. A JP link signals high relevance to Japanese search engines and users.
Are paid links a thing in Japan?
They exist, but Google's policies apply. If caught, penalties can be severe. Best to avoid unless it's clearly labeled as sponsored.
Switching gears, do you think AI-generated content is affecting backlink strategies in Japan?
To some extent, AI can help with content creation, but originality and authenticity are highly valued in Japan. Cookie-cutter AI content won't get you far.
So human touch still matters.
Absolutely. Personalized outreach and unique insights are key.
If you had to give one piece of advice for someone wanting to succeed with Japanese backlinks, what would it be?
Focus on building genuine relationships and providing real value. Everything else flows from that.
That's timeless advice. Any final thoughts on the future of Japanese backlinks?
I think we'll see even more emphasis on quality, local relevance, and trust. Shortcuts will keep fading, and sustainable strategies will win.
Hopefully, listeners are inspired to approach Japanese backlinks with patience and creativity.
Agreed. And remember, every great site in Japan started with a single meaningful link.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us today, and keep exploring the world of SEO.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time, happy link building.